Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So we wanted to continue with the Damodar Leela. Today is Happy Diwali, actually, Diwali Day. And we wanted to seek the blessings of Radha Madhav, Radha Shyamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Radha Damodar, Balgopal, Nrsimhadev, Ramchandra Bhagwan, Ki Jai. Gaunitai Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, and the assembled devotees. So, yes, very auspicious days. The return of Lord Ram from Vanvas, or from the forest to back to Ayodhya. But we wanted to focus on Radha Damodar, Damodar Leela. So this is the verse we're looking at, Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 9th chapter, 6th verse. Being very angry and biting his reddish lips with his teeth, Krishna, with false tears in his eyes, broke the container of yogurt with a piece of stone. He entered a room and began to eat the freshly churned butter in a solitary place. So, Yashodamai demonstrated the quality exhibited by an exceptionally qualified devotee. That to serve Krishna, devotees would agree to be separated from him. So this is very interesting, how she put the milk down, she put Krishna down to save the milk. So she was willing to be away from the Lord in order to serve the Lord. This is a very important lesson. Only because it pleased him that Yashodamai let Krishna herd calves in the forest at such a young age. Only because Krishna wanted to deliver Vasudeva and Devaki would the Brijbasis allow him to go to Mathura. So separation from Krishna, it can't be easy. But devotees are willing to do that in order for a higher purpose. While separation between lovers is generally painful, it was different with Krishna and the Brijbasis. When Krishna was distant from the Brijbasis, externally they behaved as if they were being poisoned. However, the internal reality, what the Brijbasis actually felt, was entirely different. When separation appeared devastating, it actually caused feelings of unprecedented bliss. So this is very hard for us to understand or get our mind around. But when there's separation from the Lord, the feeling with the Lord intensifies. Even more than when the Lord is actually present in front of that devotee. So the separation enhances their attachment to the Lord to such a degree that they feel great bliss inside, although outside, externally, they may be showing, devastation or tears. And the same applied to Krishna as well. When he was in the forest, Krishna's heart yearns for his mother's touch. When he was in Mathura, Krishna would cry for the Brijbasis. When he was sleeping beside Rukmini, he would call out Radha's name. At those times, Krishna's suffering was so extreme that it frightened his associates, his devotees. Yet, at the same time, within himself, Krishna felt unprecedented happiness and bliss. Overpowering heartache, intense longing, and unrelenting hope were catalysts that transformed his suffering into ecstasy. So now Krishna was feeling separation due to neglect, because his mother Yashoda had left him alone. And from those thoughts emerged feelings of anger, of love. This, together with the knowledge that Yashoda Mai's experience of bliss out of separation from her darling son would exceed his own bliss, his mounting anger finally erupted. A shower of hot, angry tears issued from Krishna's lotus eyes. Were his tears real or false? Did he actually cry? And did he mean to cry? From scriptures, we know that the Lord is always satisfied within himself. He's known as Atmarama, self-satisfied. And that he knows neither hunger nor thirst. So is it not contradictory to say that Krishna is hungry and angry? So he is now pretending to be dissatisfied and angry in order to nourish the paternal love of Mother Yashoda. Actually, that's not true. Learned opinion of the Vaishnava Gurus is that Krishna is not acting. He really is hungry. He really is angry. Dependence on his parents is a feature of his essential identity. Very important part of him is his love and dependence on the parents. From that dependence sprouts the inspiration by which he becomes the father of all living entities, and hence their maintainer, Janardhan. Krishna is the original feature of Godhead, not an expansion of Narayan. So he is the Adi Purush, the original Godhead. Therefore, whatever moods and gestures we see him express are spontaneous. They're not a show. They really are. He really is angry. He really is hungry. Krishna was looking for something to vent his anger on. He managed to find a pointed stone, which he had brought from the courtyard into the house the previous day. He used the stone to crack the churn and break a pot. This was the churn, the churning pot, which Mother Yashoda was using to churn the yogurt into ghee. And Krishna found this pointed stone and he cracked open that churn. Wow. Casting a guilty glance in the direction of Yashoda Mai, he noted that she had not heard him and was still preoccupied in the kitchen. Pleased with his antics, Krishna had a mischievous smile on his face. However, the churn cracked into two, and all the yogurt and butter contained therein spilled onto the floor, as did the yogurt in the pot he broke. This made Krishna even more angry, and splashing the spilled contents here and there, he resolved to raid the storeroom. So the storeroom was where Mother Yashoda kept the yogurt and the butter she had made the day before. The storehouse was adjoining the kitchen. It was here that Yashoda Mai stored cooking supplies like wheat, rice, spices, milk products in clay pots hanging from the ceiling. The room was dark and cool. Krishna also knew where the keys were kept hidden. Yeah, so for Krishna, this was going into unknown territory. He was entering on uncharted waters. Never before had he been so daring. Although he was ruthless at the neighbors' homes, he was always careful not to upset his mother at home. Good domestic conduct assured him of her royal protection from the village complaints. So he'd never done anything so crazy at home. But now his mood was, I don't care. Finding the key, he slipped into the storeroom door lock and turned it. So where did he find the key? It was actually in Yashoda Mai's wardrobe. So he's really clever. He found the key. He put it into the lock and he turned it. After opening the door, he entered the storeroom and closed the door behind him. It was pitch black, but not for long. Invoking his divine effulgence, Krishna lit up the storeroom. So he wears lots of glittering jewelry. So that put a light on, put some effulgence lit up the storeroom. He looked at the many pots hanging from the ceiling. They were too high for him to reach. He found a tall mortar in which his mother would grind spices. And he used that motor to reach the pots hanging from the ceiling. So this is the motor here, wooden motor. Climbed on top of it, and he's got hold of the pots. Removing a few pots with great effort, Krishna placed them on the ground, and then he crawled to the ground. Finally, he had what he wanted, yesterday's freshly churned butter. Ripping off the cloth covering, he sampled the butter from each pot. So it wasn't just a pot, one pot, a few pots. The taste of the butter was incredible, but it was not like other butter, because it was Yashoda Mai's love for him in the form of dairy. This is really powerful. What Yashoda Mai makes for him is imbibed with so much love. Krishna continued to savor the butter, but he restrained himself from eating too much. He thought, if I overeat, the effects of this butter will subdue me, making me submissive to mother, and thus no more stealing, no more mischief, and bring this pastime to an end. So Mother Yashoda's cooking, there's so much love in it that it can, if he ate too much of it, he would become subservient to her love. So he doesn't eat so much. This was the reason he stole the neighbor's milk products, not his mother's. The neighbor's produce lacked the intensity of Yashoda Mai's love, and thus it lacked the same controlling power. He could eat that as much as he wanted. So this is a bhajan we'll sing when Karuna comes. It's all about Chor Astikam. The Chor Astikam is a wonderful bhajan written about the stealing pastimes of Krishna. Krishna could therefore freely plunder their homes without fear of becoming a docile Duguda and the laughing stock of his friends. But this morning, Krishna's anger insulated him from the domesticating effects of his mother's butter. And in ecstasy, he was relishing the special taste of her labor, although he was acutely aware that mother could show up at any moment. There was also a problem as he was relishing the special treat. It caused his anger to subside, giving rise to the fear of his mother's reaction to the mayhem he has caused. He thought, what will happen when mother sees the mess I made? So he's no longer the sort of very confident, naughty personality. Oh, she knows it. Very good. Would she like to sing it? Anyway, if not, it's okay.
She says yes.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's sing. Okay. Let me find it first.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Oh, very good. You like to sing, huh? Good. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let me find it first. Very good. Okay. Sure. Okay, got it. So let me share. Great. Can you see it?
I already searched Prabhu from Google on Google.
Okay. Okay, good. Oh, there you go. There you go. It's here anyway. So why don't you sing? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
रजे प्रसीदं नवनीतचोरम् गोपागणानां चदुकूलचोरम् अनेकजन्मार्जितपापचोरम् चोरागगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। श्रीराधिकाया हृदयस्य चोरम् नवाम्बुदश्यामलकान्तिचोरम् आदाश्रितानां च समस्तचोरम् चोराग्रगण्यं पुरुषं नमामि। अकिञ्चनिकीर्त्यपदाश्रितां या करोति भिक्षुं पतिगेयहीनम् केनाप्यो भीषणचोरयित्रे दृष्टा श्रोत्वा न जगत्त्रयेऽपि यतीयनामापि हरत्यशेषं गिरिप्रसारानपि पापराशन् आश्चर्यरूपो ननु चोरयिद्रे दृष्टा श्रोत्वा न मया कदापि धनं च मानं च ततेन्द्रियाणि प्रन्नांश्च हित्वा मम सर्वमेव पलायसे कोऽत्र धृतोऽन्ध्यचोरा त्वं भक्तिधाम्नासि मया निरूढा छिन्नत्सि घोरं यमपाशबन्धं भिन्नत्सि भीमं भवपाशबन्धम् छिन्नस्ति सर्वस्य समस्तबन्धं नेवात्मनो भक्तकृतं तु बन्धम् मन्मानसे तामसराशि घोरे कारागृहे दुःखमये निबद्धा लभस्वैच्चोर हरे चिराया स्वच्चोरदोषोचितमेव दण्डम् कारागृहे वस सदा हृदये मदीये मद्भक्तिपाशदृढबन्धन निश्चलासन् त्वं कृष्ण हे प्रलयकोटिशतान्तरेऽपि सर्वस्वचोरहृदयान्न हि मोचयामि। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा प्रभु।
Amazing. Well done. Thank you very much for singing that so wonderfully. Excellent. So, your daughter would like to read? Priyanjali, would you like to read?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Go for it.
I offer my I offer my respectful obeisances to that foremost of thieves, who is famous in Raja as the butter thief, and he who steals the gopis' clothes, and who for those who take shelter of him steals the sins which have accrued over many lifetimes. I offer my respectful obeisances to the foremost of thieves who steals Srimati Radhika's heart, who steals the dark luster of a fresh rain cloud, and who steals all the sins and suffering of those who take shelter of his feet. He turns his surrendered devotees into paupers and wanderings, homeless beggars. Alas, such a fearsome thief has never been seen or heard of in all the three worlds. A mere utterance of his name purges one of a mountain of sin. Such an astonishingly wonderful thief I've never seen or heard of anywhere. Oh, thief, having stolen my wealth, my honor, my senses, my life, and my everything, where can you run to? I have caught you with the rope of my devotion. You cut the terrible news of Yamaraja. You sever the dreadful news of material existence, and you slash everyone's material bondage. But you are unable to cut the knot fastened by your own loving devotees. O stealer of my everything, O thief, today I have imprisoned you in the miserable prison house of my heart, which is very fearful due to the terrible darkness of my ignorance. And there for a very long time you will remain receiving appropriate punishment for your crimes of thievery. O Krishna, thief of my everything, the news of my devotion remaining forever tight, you will continue to reside in the prison house of my heart, because I will not release you for millions of aeons.
Wow, thank you so much. Such an amazing bhajan, and especially this one is really very interesting. He turns his surrendered devotees into paupers and wandering homeless beggars. He's such a fearsome thief, never seen before. Of course, when Krishna does that, it's his mercy, because he brings us very close to him in this way. And there's nothing, no greater wealth than possessing him. So this is beautiful bhajan, Chorastakam. Thank you so much. So actually we can continue a little bit. 1 second. Okay. So let's stop that one. And here it is. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
All right. Hare Krishna to everybody. Happy New Year
Thank you.
to all.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
All right.
Thank
All
you.
right.
So tears began welling up in his eyes, flowing down his cheeks. Who knows what she will do? With thoughts of punishment surfacing in his mind, Krishna sought escape. The nearest door led to the grand hall where the guards are stationed. They will raise the alarm, not a good escape route. So he knew he couldn't go down a certain route. The only way out was back. The only other way out was back, through the kitchen and the bedding chamber, and then down the back staircase to the courtyard. So Krishna carefully opened the door, and carefully holding the pot of butter to his chest, he passed through the open space. Afraid to look in the direction of his mother, Krishna followed his own buttery footsteps, which he left wherever he went. Shedding false tears as insurance against being caught, he noticed that he had just finished cleaning up. When he reached the broken churn, he was thrilled by his good work and stomped around in the spilled produce for good measure. Then, feeling very satisfied with himself, he left through the back door and down the stairs onto the courtyard. So we can stop there, and tomorrow we'll look at the next verse. Thank you so much, everybody. Hare Krishna. Any questions, Priyanjali?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, no problem. So let's stop there. Shramudha Lila ki jai, Chorastikam ki jai, Makhan Chor.